morning, everybody. I just attempted to do this video upstairs, but my volume was crazy. And I was re-listening to it. I'm like, I can't hear a damn thing you saying. So I deleted that and I'm making it over really quickly because I got to go out and do get my nails did. So what I was talking about was, first of all, I'm really excited that my partner and I have almost completed the entrepreneur course that we're creating for a nonprofit in Minnesota. It's coming out really well. I really love it, and I hope the client loves it too. But we really love it. It's just chock full of so many wonderful things, and it's really about during the workshop, they're actually starting or restarting the business, right? During the workshop. This is not once you leave this thing, this is what you're going to be able to do. No, we're doing it right here, right now. Let's just get this stuff done, and start doing what we love to do. I really love that. So that's coming along great. We have a trainer today to go over it in more detail with the client and get more feedback from her. So there's that. And then there's another thing. We're also looking for the cyber core. Ooh, I got to show y'all the logo we came up with for Cyber's Future. It's really nice. I go to this lady all the time for my infographics and logos, and she does an amazing job. She's very creative. She doesn't just take what I give her and pretty it up and give it back to me. Like she just, as a matter of fact, she tells me, just give me the description. Don't tell me what you want it to look like or anything. Just give me some details about it and I'll come up with something. I love that. And she does a bang up job every single time. And I actually slow her down when I give her what I think it should look like. Right. But so we have a banging logo for Cyber's Future. I'm going to show it to you and I'm going to get some shirts for us to wear too. So regarding that, we're looking at the machine learning, artificial intelligence, and maybe a little bit of deep learning just because it's all related. We're trying to find a really good metaphor to come up to explain that to people and to do some activities in there because that's really important. But one of the things that I notice in this stuff is that there's nothing new under the sun, okay? Everything is here already. Like seriously, everything is here already. So all we're doing at a really basic level with computers, right, is that we're programming them. We human beings program them to do stuff. Okay. And that's where you get AI, machine learning, and deep learning and all that. But the only thing is, the deeper you get, the less programming there is. And the more the machine is allowed to just make predictions and on its own based on some algorithm that it has. In other words, just with us, with people, right? We are programmed to do certain things, right? We're programmed to act a certain way. We're programmed to think a certain way. We're programmed to react a certain way when something happens. When something happens and you just fly off the handle, because that's what you do. You program to do that, right? With that's the way it happens, right? And the wonderful thing that the connection that I'm making here, right? The thing that gets computers more into being autonomous is that they're allowed to learn on their own. They have an algorithm. You just feed them the data and they learn on their own, right? I've said that for Alexa, right? As the more I interact with her, the more she learns about me. So stuff I don't have to ask for, she'll just do. For example, when I first got her, I would tell her to set my alarm for a certain time. And she would say, set the alarm for whatever. Like she would just do what I told her to do. After, that's what she would say. She would say AM or PM, right? She would always say that. Okay. And I would say, 5 AM or whatever. Then as time went on, I would say, set the alarm for 5 o'clock. She wouldn't even ask me AM or PM anymore, right? She just tell me setting the alarm for 5 AM, okay? Because she's learned, I've said every time I ask to set the alarm, it's for this, and it's in the morning. So she's learned that, right? And if that's not right, then I'll go back and just correct it. But that's what I'm talking about, right? Machines learn. That's how they get more autonomous. That's why you get afraid, right? All these movies about AI taking over the world and Skynet and Terminator and iRobot and all, all the other stuff. Okay. Because they're learning on their own. You cannot predict what they're going to do. Same thing with people. That's why I talk about learning and how important it is. If we're going to get out of the programs that we have, okay, our programs are called beliefs. Our programs are called assumptions. Our programs are theories, those things that we never question because some authority figure put them there. Our parents, our minister, our big brother, the community, the traditions that we're from or whatever. Okay. All of those are programs that have been put there that we never question. And we just run that stuff, right? We just run it and run it and run it, wondering why nothing's changing. Okay. So the same as with computers, as the less programming, the smarter they become, the more autonomous they become. Same thing with us with learning, right? The more we learn, the more we share perspective and experience, the more we say, is that really the program that I want to run on? Because I can change my program. Okay. I can change what I've been programmed to do, what I've been programmed to think, how I've been programmed to move and navigate in this world. I can change that with learning. Now, when I say learning, I'm not just talking about you going to sit up in somebody's classroom, taking tests and getting certificates. That's not what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. It includes that. It includes you doing some formal stuff. Okay. But all learning is not formal, and all informal learning, sometimes informal learning can be more valuable than formal. Me and my partner were talking about that yesterday, right? It still has value, as long as you can show that you know what to do, how to do it, you can instruct other people or whatever. Okay. Now, this lady that I've subscribed to, I love this sector right here that I feel like I'm in a lot, right? It's a sector with, Jay Wilson and Tracy and Phi Babe and, Ms. Kwani and all these people, right? I listen to them. I'm subscribed to their channels. I see all the drama and all that stuff that's going on. I enjoy a lot of it. I'm surprised by much of it. So they're running the gamut. Okay. And, I like that, and I just like hanging out in those spaces and hearing what's going on. There's a lot of wonderful things that I hear, a lot of things that I'm learning, as far as, my own YouTube channel and what I want to do with it. A lot of stuff I'm unlearning, a lot of stuff I'm just looking at like, can you get more ratchet than that type things? Okay. But I like all of it. Right. But what I want to say is that when I listen to, I forget her name. I'm gonna have to put her link in this video. But she was talking about grinding versus growing. Okay. Now, in my last video, what I said was, if you're going to grow at all, if you're going to grow and mature, do something different, be something different, navigate some other kind of way, you're going to have to learn. You cannot get away from that. Okay. You can't get away from it. You're going to have to learn. So when she was talking about grinding versus growing, I absolutely love that, right? Because what she was saying was, when you grind, and we love to grind, that's like a banner that we hold up. I'm grinding, child. I'm getting all this work done or whatever. You know what? Stop. Okay. First of all, it's nothing to brag about. Okay. If you grinding, you doing what you need to do to get stuff done, that's fine. But don't stay in that mode. Don't stay in that I'm grinding, child, in that mode. Like that's something to brag about. Okay. That's a program. Okay. You've been programmed to think that we got to hustle. We got to grind to get things done. I'm not for that. First of all, I love my sleep. I love it. Okay. I love my bed. I love that stuff. So I'm definitely not about that life, that grinding life. Okay. What we want to do, and something that my boyfriend says all the time, is you want to work smarter, not harder. What you want to do that for? And working smarter is growing. You want to be growing, not grinding. You do what you got to do for the moment. Okay. But you see something else over that horizon, and it's not more grinding. Okay. It's something so that you can get your time back. That's the only currency that we really have, is our time. Okay. So we need to get that back. so that we have the freedom to do with it what we want to do with it. My goal, I tell people this all the time. My goal is to wake up when I'm done sleeping. Because everything else, I ain't got to rush out of bed, hit the alarm, tell Alexa to set the alarm and all this other kind of stuff. You don't know. I'm getting up out the bed when I'm finished sleeping. Okay. And then I'm going about my day to do all the things that I need to do. All right. That's where I'm trying to go. That's growth. Okay. That's growth. Nothing is pushing me out of my rest. Nothing is taking my rest from me. Right now, I'm doing a little bit of grinding, right? Because I see what's on the other side. I see what's over the horizon. I see what's right here in front of my face, actually. That's what I see. I see what's right here in front of my face, okay? And I'm doing a little bit of grinding. But at the same time, I'm having different experiences. I'm reaching out to different people. You know, I'm learning different things. I'm unlearning old programs so that I can grow, so that I can mature in various areas of my life. Okay. You know, and there's a little nostalgia. There's going to be a little nostalgia. You know, you're going to miss those grinding days. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's just like when you grow up, right? When you're 8 years old versus when you're 18. Yeah, you look back on your childhood with nostalgia and stuff, but you've grown. You're growing. You're having different experiences. You're able to do other things, right? You have different capabilities, more knowledge, more understanding about various things. You know, you have access to things now that you didn't have when you were 8. You have opportunities that open up for you, or that you're able to create for yourself at 18 that you didn't have, or you couldn't do when you were 8, because you didn't have the material and non-material capabilities at that age to do that. That's what I'm talking about. You can look back on the grinding. That's fine. Okay. But if you stay in that grind mode, then some opportunities and access are not going to be open to you. They're just not, because you got to mature in order to get to that place. Now I watch, Real Housewives and Love and Hip Hop and all this other kind of stuff. I still see you got on expensive clothes. They got the jewelry. They're in front of a camera. They have an audience. Okay. But a bunch of them still grinding, haven't grown up yet. And it may be lucrative in form of money, but money is not the only currency. I just said the only currency we really have is our time. Okay. And how we spend that is what's going to determine the quality and the value. And, and not just that, it's going to determine how you're able to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, how you feel about yourself. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you just disgust it, but you got all this stuff around you, what kind of life is that? How have you really been spending your time? If you grown and you looking at yourself, just hating yourself, disgusted in yourself, disappointed in yourself, that don't make no sense. We can spend our time a lot more wisely than having that be the end product. The end product of my time is my disgust with myself. That don't make no sense. That takes some reprogramming, right? That takes some looking back at what the hell am I doing? Where am I placing my value? Is that the place where I need to be placing it? That's all I'm saying. And I'm telling you, learning, that's how you can't get away from it. That's how the world turns. Y'all used to watch that stories, back in the days to come home from school, watch how the world turns, or As the World Turns. I think that's the name of it, As the World Turns. Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. That's what I did yesterday. It was really great. Very excited, even more excited. I'm going to show y'all the next video some kind of way. I think I'm gonna have to get on OBS Studio and show y'all the logo for Cyber's Future. And I'm going to be ordering some stuff related to that. All right, I gotta go. Gotta get my nails done so I can get back here so I can start grinding and growing. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.